Chief, would you lead us in the prayer and the pledge?
Yes, let's pray. Father, thank you again for the great privilege of not just living in this city, being a part of this community, but doing the business of this city. Give us wisdom, give us compassion, give us just a sense of neighborly love for each other, realizing that the decisions we make don't just impact our city, but they impact families and households. And so make us good stewards of what you've entrusted to us, and we give you the glory in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call our meeting to order for Tuesday, July 21st, 2026. Before we go into the approval of minutes, council members, I want to amend the agenda to strike item B under new business, bids for fencing around the K-9 training park. We've been made aware of a few things. Councilman Keaton, I will say appreciate your phone call today as well. And we'll bring that back at an appropriate time. So I'm going to make the motion to strike item B under new business from the agenda this evening. Motion and a second. Is there further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now to approve the amended agenda, I'm going to go ahead and ask for a motion to that as well.
So move. Make the motion.
Motion and a second to approve the amended agenda. All in further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now you have approval of minutes from our regular meeting, July 14th, 2026. What's your pleasure?
I'll make the motion.
A motion and a second on the floor. Is there further discussion about the minutes from July 14th? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We do not have public comments. Departmental updates. We have a couple of things specifically for in person this evening. I'll go ahead and tell you that just on work orders and things that a few of you have submitted, street lights have been being fixed on a regular basis by AEP, so thanks to those of you who called those in. But I'm going to turn our meeting over to Chief Lucas at this time for departmental updates and recognition from the police department.
Thank you, Mayor. As you see, we've got a few guys in uniform here. Nothing's going on. Everybody's safe. And this is always a kind of a difficult thing to do, twofold. Number one, because our department works so cohesively as a group, as a team. They do everything together, and they're so effective in doing that it's really kind of awkward sometimes to single somebody out and say, you're doing an exceptionally good job. And so we're actually not going to do that tonight. We're actually going to single the team out and say, you guys are doing a great job together as a team. What you're looking at here is mainly evening shift. They're the shift that works 4 p.m. to midnight, and they are my premier group of guys, simply because they take the highest volume of calls. They get into the most dangerous situations usually, and they're very effective and they're very good at what they do. You guys don't realize this. We're gonna acknowledge them for something tonight, but you guys don't realize this, that we could literally stand up here every month and acknowledge something great that they've done during one part of their shift. They're doing it behind the scenes. They're doing it without recognition. They do it very well and very effectively. And like I said, they always do it as a team. But every once in a while, they get into something that just is above and beyond, and it would pain me very much not to recognize their effort in doing that. And so I'm going to have them come forward. Matt Hall, come up here. Colton Price. Mark, go ahead and come up with this group too. Avery and Chris. And I'm sure I'm face them. I'm going to read you a letter of commendation for evening shift, and then another letter for another officer here. So, on April 30th, 2026, Corporal Avery Meadows, Patrolman Matt Hall, Chris Brent, and Colton Price responded to a welfare check after a Nebraska woman reported she had been unable to reach her mother in Barboursville for more than 30 hours. After receiving no response at the residence, the officers conducted a perimeter check where Patrolman Hall located the elderly resident lying on the floor through a rear door. Recognizing the urgency, the officers made forced entry, assisted Mrs. Everetta Boyd and enabled EMS to enter the residence to provide life-saving medical care. It was later determined that Ms. Boyd had suffered a stroke, a brain bleed, and other serious medical complications. Her daughter stated she believed her mother would not have survived had these officers not acted the way they did. Their professionalism, persistence, and decisive actions exemplify the highest standards of the Barboursville Police Department, and it is my honor to recognize Corporal Meadows, Patrolman Hall, Patrolman Brent, Patrolman Price for their outstanding service and dedication to preserving life. We have with us Ms. Boyd and her daughter. You guys can hug their necks later too.
I'm gonna hug their necks.
You can hug their necks too. That's great. One of the things that I always push our officers to do is to take that one more step, to go above and beyond what they're normally required of doing. And this is one of those cases where they did. Normally, we would get a call like that, we'd knock on the door, nobody be home. We look in the windows, we can't see nothing, so we mark 10-8 and we go on our way. But these guys took one more step, and they went above and beyond, and because of that, Ms. Boyd's here with us today. So thank you guys for that. One more officer I want to recognize, and he's also with this group. He'll be going to evening shift next month, is our very own Officer Mark Neese. It is my privilege to recognize Officer Mark Neese for his outstanding service to the village of Barboursville and the citizens we are sworn to protect. Most people see Mark on traffic stops, answering calls, or handling one of the many situations our officers face every day. What they don't always see is the work he puts in behind the scenes. Mark is one of the most productive officers on the department. He consistently goes above and beyond what is expected, never looks for recognition, never complains. He simply shows up every day, works hard, and gets the job done. This year, Mark once again organized our annual Badges and Bobbers event at Lake William. What started as a simple idea has grown into one of our community's favorite events. Over the past 2 years, hundreds of children and their families have spent a day fishing alongside police officers, firefighters, and other first responders. Through Mark's leadership, local businesses have generously donated thousands of dollars in prizes and equipment, making the event something many families look forward to each year. It has strengthened relationships between first responders and the community in a way that can't be measured by statistics alone. Mark also serves as one of our canine handlers, where he continues to invest countless hours training with his partner and expanding his knowledge of law and his profession. He understands that being a great police officer means never becoming satisfied with what you already know. Officer Neese represents the kind of professionalism, humility, and dedication every police chief hopes to have in an officer. His commitment to this department and our community does not go unnoticed, and it is my honor to recognize him tonight for a job exceptionally well done. Thank you. Now, I'll just say this, and Mark's not one of those guys that wants recognition, and he has the respect of everybody on our department, because like I said, he comes to work, he gets the job done, and he goes above and beyond almost every day. And he is one of our best community relations officer. He's really, really gifted at bringing the community together around first responders and showing them the human side of our officers in our department. And that is an invaluable asset to our department. So thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Colton. Thank you, Avery. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Bobby Minix, for leading these guys. And this is your evening shift. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. We will put your letters in your personnel file too. Maybe someday you'll get
I think it goes without saying, on behalf of the citizens and the council, you guys, your effort does not go unnoticed. We appreciate that you appreciate the fact that we live in a very special place. So thank you for what you guys do and your fellow officers. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Congratulations. We'll move right into our new businesses. We don't have old business, and we do not have anyone signed in to speak this evening. We'll have a relatively short agenda. Item 1, under the amended agenda, is the consideration of approval of resolution 16 for general fund budget revision number 1. I'll let John speak to that.
Again, this is the general fund required resolution that we have to present to the auditors at the state to make sure that our ending fund balance matches what we put in the budget. The difference here is because I held money out of the checking account and did not bring money over from the sales tax. So that's the reason for the $400,000 increase, $400,000 decrease from what I had originally projected. But I have since actually already brought over $1 million from the sales tax fund since July, so.
Any questions for John? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution for item 2026-16, the resolution.
A second.
Motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are at the end of our agenda, and I would just echo what Grace already said. Thank you guys for the work you do, and we're glad you're here with us tonight. Thank you for being here. We're glad you're here in general and what these guys did to take care of you, and they take pride in their work, and I know that they're as happy to see you as we are today too. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this evening. It's special to have you here with us. I'm glad that they were able to help you, and clearly it wasn't your time to go. And it's a blessing to have you here with us this evening, so thank you. And officers, thanks for being here, and thank you all for your all's hard work, and it never goes unnoticed, and I really appreciate everything you all do day in and day out. And can't thank you all enough. So Mark, your event out there was wonderful. We attended and brought our daughter, and she loved it, and it will be a yearly thing for our family, so I appreciate that. And again, thank you all to your department, and that's all I have.
One thing before we move on, you guys have packets in front of you for the contract for ZMM for the recreational facility sports complex. We'll have that on the next agenda, but take a look at those, and if you have feedback, just get that back to me. But that's the proposed contract that we'll vote on at the next meeting.
Do we plan on having a work session?
I would like to have a work session before the next meeting, yes.
I'm tickled you're here tonight, and I'm glad that these guys took care of you, because I tell you, God was on your side. And thank you guys for an excellent job you do. Without you, I don't know where we'd be. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming tonight.
I have had a couple policemen from other forces say, I'll be like, why don't you come apply for Barboursville? They're like, oh, it's just kind of cheesy. And I was like, it's not cheesy, it's been taken care of, it's the way that it should be taken care of. I said, we have drug problems, and we have people that do things that are illegal. I said, we are just, have a police force that doesn't have to hesitate about what to do that is right, and they also have a community behind them. You know, we can talk about other places that all they do is hard time their police and don't have respect for them, but I can honestly say that I've never come to a city council meeting or ever heard anything disrespectful to our Barboursville police, and I think it's because of the quality of men that you are and the leadership that you have that sets us apart from everybody else. So thank you all for choosing Barboursville instead of another place, because I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to snatch you guys up because you're that good. So don't let them. We're glad you were able to come. What a blessing. I was trying to figure out who you were. So, but we're so glad that you were able to come and to honor them by your presence. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Boyd, it's a privilege to have you and your daughter here. It really is. But sometimes you guys aren't at every council meeting. But Chief Luke is, I think about every meeting, there's always somebody has something to say good what you guys done. And I imagine, I know Chief Lucas probably says, thank you guys, but I know everybody gets busy, but we as council, I don't, there's very seldom at a council meeting that somebody doesn't have something good to say about you guys. And we all appreciate you guys. I know sometimes you gotta go through some hard stuff, but I know all of us really, really appreciate you, so, and thank you guys for coming. But I know the fishing thing there, Mark here, he's, I had a bunch of fishing poles, and you know, it was a bunch of fishing poles I get my storage use sometimes, but it was a privilege for me to give those things to, and I hope the kids use them, and I hope it did well. But anyway, so thank you guys, thank you for everybody coming.
I'll continue to echo down the line, but as you can tell, it comes to no surprise that we hear something positive from you guys. I mean, it is every day that we hear something, so not a surprise to hear that. But, you know, day to day, you are doing your job and doing it correctly and at a high level. And Chief, thanks for bringing it up to our attention, though, because it's easy to let this stuff go by. So kudos to you for bringing it to everybody's attention and acknowledging these men as well. And right on the same story of that, the presence out at the park has been well observed and acknowledged during the baseball tournament, so thank you for that. It's nice to have someone out there available and visible in the presence there. And kudos to Barboursville Little League for putting off a good tournament. It's still ongoing, but it's been a great showing. I think they've represented what we have to offer out there, what we put out there for them, but anyways, they've utilized it well. And on that note, I want to congratulate the 8 to 10-year-old girls softball team. They won the state championship. So we at least have one state championship this year. Since it wasn't the guys, I wasn't going to mention it. I was going to mention it. Oh, did they win states?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
Who's won the most, the girls or
the girls have the boys.
Just checking.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm not gonna take a side there. I just had them all together. Is my turn?
No, yeah. Thanks for putting that on out there. I hear good things about it. I haven't made it myself, but I have been in contact with the DNR about warm water species and replenishing, so maybe I'll get you on board and we'll have some conversations on that. Get your side of the story on that too. So just something I've been working on about replenishing there. But that's all I've got.
Yeah, I'll save Barboursville Little League for last, but, you know, thanks and congratulations you guys for your accommodations and everything. And Mark, I was shocked when I found out that, how many participants you guys had out there in your group picture and everything that you posted. Thank you for that and everything. And after I saw that pictures, I thought, God, next year we're gonna have to get some more trophies. We had some this year. We'll have to expand it next year. That's really awesome and great to have that event out there and everything. But on the Little League, I was just going to echo that. Looks to me like the Little League is really putting a good foot forward, and you know, the 14 teams that started out there, looks like they had a great time and certainly having some great experiences and that kind of stuff. And that's really what it's all about, because you know, 13 of the 14 teams, this is going to be their last stop before they go home, and Barboursville certainly you know, giving them some you know, showing how nice and clean and everything we are, and you know, it's prideful for me, and I'm sure for everybody else that's involved out there. And you know, on the Little League also note, we of course just finished up the reunion. Had a lot of people hadn't seen in a long time that participated in the state champions reunion. And on the boys side, we have 23 state championship teams. 23 teams have left the area or and have brought back the state championship in Barboursville. Now on the girls' side, in all fairness, I'd hate to start the math on that. My guess is that they are in the neighborhood of around 60 state championships. So imagine that. I know that down at CK at you know, at Ward Field, I think they have the 7 state champions, 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever. It's hard to imagine that Barboursville Little League has over 80 state championships. You know, it's pretty amazing. So I'd like to see a completed list of their state championships. And when we were putting our reunion on, I did get a few calls from the female side that wanted to know where their reunion was. I said, somebody needs to put that together. I'm all with them for sure. But again, thank you guys for being part of our community and choosing Barboursville for where your careers are going. And we certainly want to keep you guys. So thank you. That's all I got.
Right, yeah. Donnie, I'll say thanks to you for putting the reunion on too. I know it was well attended and I heard a lot of great comments about it. So thank you for doing that. If no one else has anything, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thanks everybody for coming.